attached, so this is all tightened up. But I don't know. It's up to him. And Kevin, Kevin's on it.
Well, if it's up to him, he'll play his ass off.
But Kevin knows to not let him. All right, I will let you have your seat.
No, you're good.
You sure?
Yeah, no, we're fine.
How much
Let's go
time?
outside. It's cold.
We got time.
We got time?
A few minutes.
Yeah, in fact, I went right down to the bathroom before we started. That one up here today.
No, it's that one that's at the end of the track.
So yeah, those are my two thoughts, depending where you're staying. Broadmoor,
Honestly,
like you see that tennis building over there? I think that's part of the Broadmoor. Oh, you can see the Broadmoor. You see the big buildings up there?
yeah.
So the Golden Bee is like a.
I'm fine for there. I'm driving. I don't care.
Okay.
Cruise around in my truck.
There's something. I looked up Irish. I looked up it's you look up Irish bar downtown Colorado Springs, and that's what John recommended. It's like I can't remember what it's called. Kieran's not running at all.
The Furries?
No.
Abby's Irish or PJ O'Brien's?
No. Look up Irish bars downtown Colorado Springs.
It's not O'Furries? That one was one that came out.
What's it called?
O'Furries?
No, it's on Tejon. And then it has spelled Tejon. Is that Tejon? Tejon, maybe?
Let's look.
How about Irish pub? See Colorado Springs. That's what I found.
Jack wins.
That's it.
Yeah, either one. Like that one's up the direction I'm going anyways, because I think I'm staying a little bit more north, just closer. Yeah. Whatever you want to do. Let's go there.
Okay,
Since that was like what John was
Yeah,
recommending.
he likes to eat.
Me too, if you couldn't tell.
Kieran's the only one of us that doesn't have a voracious appetite.
He's still just a senior. Give him time.
Give him time, yeah, I know, really. Oh good, he's out there, right there. God, I hope they don't put him at midi. I'll be very upset if they do that.
They probably will.
I know.
But he's got to talk for himself on that. You can see
Ladies
just
and
the.
gentlemen,
I mean, he's not running like he normally is.
Well, yeah, but no, that's what I'm saying. You can tell.
The Spring Sailors and your
He doesn't advocate for
2018
himself.
defending Colorado State champion.
He doesn't advocate for
Cheyenne
himself. I mean,
Mtn.
I told him, both the physical therapist told, yeah,
You remember
But it doesn't
last
matter.
year,
I had a
Cheyenne
matter.
I
Mtn
had a
State
conversation
championship
with
run
Kevin. It wasn't just text.
Yeah.
was cultivated with a defeat
At that point, it should not
of
matter.
It shouldn't matter. I mean,
Springs.
he's at
Next
risk of
matchup
tearing his
will
whole
be
being out for the rest of the
An
season.
excellent
Yeah.
rematch of that game. It'll be a show for everybody.
You think, could we have told you what to do at 17? Probably.
As a coach, I could damn well tell them what to do.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Last year.
I mean, like, I'm sorry, but you.
Oh, last year. Oh, yeah. I thought you were just.
I'll see you in a bit.
All right, sounds good.
Oh, can we see in your truck?
I didn't want to see the car. So we can share the newness, you know? Be like, yeah, look at this.
You head down?
They didn't bring me a card or anything, so I'm guessing we're just
I don't know.
going all.
You know a hell of a lot more about this than I do.
I mean, all that means is you just have to follow the action right now.
Okay.
If they get me one, I'll text Kevin here.
Are we want to screw with the Zoom or nothing? We okay?
No, I zoomed it in at a point where I think it's pretty good.
Okay.
So you're literally just following the action.
Okay.
It's a warm number. I don't know that that's actually.
Our national anthem. We ask both teams as soon as convenient to line up on the sidelines.
Again.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and face the south side of the stadium. Remove your top covers for our national
They're going to be upset about not doing this. If it gets too warm in here, we can always pop those open too.
Yeah, we get it.
Were we actually introduced the other day?
Yeah,
Okay.
Jeff Dillingham.
Yeah, Vladen.
Yeah.
It was Jeff. I just didn't know. I couldn't remember.
I was in and out pretty quick. Oh, there we go. Right on the crest. Zoom. Zoom.
Zoom in. Please. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm McCrae's dad. Dilly Dilly.
Dilly dilly.
I'm the big Dilly Dilly.
Let's go ahead and meet the starting lineup for Steamboat Spring. Number 2, Jacob Gilbertson. 3, Brendan Malpe. Number 7,
Malpe.
Tyler Coyne. 10, Ben Hofer. 15, John Hanaway. 21, Jackson Lynch. 25, Cameron Colombo. 28, McCrae Dillingham. 30, Logan McCuddy. And 50, Frank Becker. Starting lineup for Cheyenne Mountain. Number 2, Zach Page. 4, Wyatt Damon. Number 6, Ike Eastburn. 10, James Lacer. 13, Wiley Burkett. 14, Colby Ersey. Number 15, Trevor Vicky. In goal, number 16, Liam Hibbel. 21, Carter Ward. And 24, Vance Moretti. Starting lineup for your defending and 2018 state champion, Cheyenne Mountain, men's lacrosse.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, here from Cheyenne Mountain High School. Should be a great matchup. Your Steamboat Sailors taking on the Indians of Cheyenne Mountain, who come in at 5-2 overall, 2-0 in league play. And the Sailors 5-1 overall, 5-0 in their league play as well. An out-of-conference weekend for Steamboat, but a really good measuring stick for the Sailors to see some of the teams they'll have to contend with if they want to make a deep run in this playoff season that will be occurring in just about a month and a half, 2 months from now. But for the time being, Steamboat Sailors don their red away uniforms, white numbers, and they will be in their gray shorts, red trim. Opening face-off won by Cheyenne Mountain. We are underway. Your Sailors left to right here on KTYV 105.7 and online at steamboatradio.com. It's going to be taken by James Lacert. He will have the opening possession, dishing one down quickly to Eastburn. Eastburn along to X, and it's back to Eastburn on a little give and go play. Then he dishes again down to Burkett. Burkett in, shot, goal. First one, and it did not take long. Wiley Burkett, one of the captains here for this Cheyenne Mountain team, strikes, and it's 1-0. Your Steamboat Sailors down. Burkett, I suppose I'm saying that one wrong as I listen to the announcer here. 11.5 minutes left, 11:36 to be precise, so 24 seconds in, and Cheyenne Mountain scores a quick one. It's going to be a really big face-off day. McCrae Dillingham in there. Jeff Dillingham doing our video for us. Always appreciate the help up here in the press box, but it's going to be really integral that these Steamboat Sailors win some face-offs and earn possession off of that. And just as I say it, Dillingham had a chance at it. Loose ground ball picked up by McCrae, and it's going to be taken into the boxes. Steamboat now has a chance to counter with a quick strike of their own as they set up offense for the first time here this evening. It's going to be Ben Hofer and X working it far side to Gilbertson and GLE. Worked up now to Tyler Doyne, and the Sailors control around the perimeter. Dillingham in the middle of the field, top of the box. Takes this, fakes a pass inside. He had a man that was Quinn Keefe who was waiting for it, didn't get it to him. Instead, it's worked to Hanway near side. GLE into X again for Ben Hofer. Hofer coming out from X, passes to Dillingham, shoots one, oh, just wide. And a foot race here, and the Sailors able to win that. John Hanway scoops it up as he maintains possession. Just a minute in now to the first quarter of play. Passes one as we restart play again to Ben Hofer and X. Hofer far side to Gilbertson, fakes it back down to Hofer, instead gives it up top to Doyne. Doyne now trotting to the middle of the field, top the box here. Tyler Doyne evading pressure and eventually finding the stick of Hanway at GLE near side. Works into Hofer now, and Hofer is going to trot out towards GLE far side of the field, eventually finds the stick of Jacob Gilbertson. So Steamboat possessing, down 1-0, an early strike from Burkett from this Cheyenne Mountain team on the first possession of the game, just 24 seconds in fact. Your Sailors now, though, possessing since then with a good face-off win from Dillingham, and now it's Gilbertson coming out, far side GLE, turns back to X and fires it to Hofer near side to Hanway. Hanway coming out front, bounce pass, finds Doyne, shoots one, big save there from Hibble, and he's going to have some help there from Wyatt Damon, who will pick this up for Cheyenne Mountain. Damon now looking and feed across to the near side, and eventually it's worked across that midfield line, and here again comes Cheyenne Mountain on the attack. So Hibble with a big stop on Doyne. It remains 1-0 Cheyenne Mountain, and here's Burkett, near side GLE, fires a pass up top to James Lacert. Lacert across the top of the box there, finding the stick of Cole Mika, another one of those captains for Cheyenne Mountain. They'll possess and work it around the perimeter. Burkett on the near side as an option. It's taken below the goal and eventually fed his direction. That's Eastburn, who's got a big body. This whole Cheyenne Mountain team really not slouches in terms of stature. They definitely have a big squad. Your Sailors are going to have to be aware of that. It's going to be a physical game throughout the rest of this evening. 9:18 left in first quarter play. 1-0 score. Cheyenne Mountain on top. Here's a chance. Great stick work there from the Sailors. And out trots Malpe to scoop up the loose ground ball. Comes up the near sideline. Passes one to Doyne. And the Sailors are advancing now off of a good stop defensively. Here's Tyler Doyne feeding it to Gilbertson. The Sailors get their attacking middies onto the field. And one of them is Jackson Lynch, who gets the ball from Jacob Gilbertson. Doyne subbing out quickly, and in comes Will X. So we talked to the coach, Jay Lattimore, earlier, and his thoughts were definitely, need the depth players to make an impact on today's game. There's Ben Hofer just running out of real estate, kind of in and out of his pocket on the pass that came from the near side, and Hanaway, and he was never able to control, so Cheyenne Mountain takes over. They'll quickly feed one up the middle of the field of play, and coming free is Cole Mika. Mika's going to gain the attacking box here and quickly spin away from a defender, passing one back door, open net, shot and goal. Little stumble there from Griffin Malpe. He kind of had stepped out initially on the back post play, and I think he may have rolled his ankle or something. I'm assuming so. He did not recover his net at all on that, so it looked as though just kind of a misplay, and a shot goes in from Ike Eastburn, and a 2-0 score here. Micah is what I'm hearing from the announcer. We want to trust him simply because we are down here in Cheyenne Mountain. So Cole Micah with the assist. Face off in the big circle again. Steamboat down 2-0 in the first 3.5 minutes play. The math sometimes really gets to me here, Jeff. I'll tell you what. It's Epstein on the loose ground ball, unable to scoop it up. Instead, it's Cheyenne Mountain's Johnson who is going to take it to the box. He'll quickly trot to the sideline after dishing off the stick of James Lacerte. Lacerte down the near side of the box finds his mark. That's Ike Eastburn, who scored the latest goal. Eastburn finds the other goal scorer in Burkett. Burkett to Eastburn once more. Near side, tight angle, doesn't shoot. Gives it up top instead to Lacerte. Lacerte across the box finds a stick there of Kyle Elliott. And Elliott goes down to GLE with a pass, finding the stick of Colby Erdesi. Inside, shot from range. Off the mark, may have caromed off of Griffin Maltby. Not sure if I saw a redirection on that one. It's out of play, but chased down by Cheyenne Mountain nonetheless. 2-0 the score. Back up top again to Elliott. Elliott now spins away from pressure. A little bounce pass there to the stick of Lacerte. Lacerte near side top of the box, forced out by McCray Dillingham. Dillingham goes down with Lacerte down the side of the box. Here looks like Steamboat's playing a little bit of man. They now back into the zone here. 3-3 zone for the Steamboat defense. Epstein's on that far side, forcing Elliott. It's a pass to the slot. Shot off the inside of the post there. Stays out. And it's going to be gathered by Frank Becker, outletted to McCray Dillingham. And we've got Dillingham upfield with numbers 4-on-3 potentially. Pass into the slot. A shot there from Ben Hofer. Skips up and over the goal frame, and it looks as though the Sailors will chase it down. Nice job and a good effort from Gilbertson, as Liam Hibble was again out there to challenge for the ball, but the Sailors maintain their possession. They'll get the restart whistle. 7:06 left in the 2-0 game. The Sailors down. But they've got a couple stops on defense. They've got to have the confidence there. And, of course, their offense, while they haven't scored, has created some chances. Here's another one. That bounce shot from is Quinn Keefe, just off the mark, chased down by the defense of Trevor Niedzwicki. Wow, that's a tough one. Niedzwicki. We'll go with that. Hope for it being the right enunciation of that name. But regardless, it was chased down by Cheyenne Mountain, and they are back onto the offense once again. So Steamboat's had a few empty possessions offensively. You got to think that they've had their chances. They need to start putting a few more shots that are on frame. They've bounced a couple over the net, coming over the top of the ball on those shots a few times. Tight angle chance and a goal. Wow, what a snipe there. Eastburn gets one from a tight angle just a couple feet off GLE near side of the goal. He's got his second of the day, and it's 3-0 for Cheyenne Mountain right now. And not the ideal start for Steamboat, but again, things to build off of here, because there's definitely some positives to take if you're a Sailors fan. They're not out of this by any stretch of the imagination, especially being lacrosse. You know it comes in waves. 3 for Cheyenne Mountain in the first half of this first quarter, so some adjustments need to be made. Kaminsky and Lynch will be the wing pair. Is that Dillingham or is that Matt Kempers? Kempers in to take the face off here. We'll get the occasional help from Jeff Dillingham here up as my color man as well, just because he didn't know he was going to be that. But you know, that's the breaks, I suppose. Here comes Steamboat. Off of a face-off, they are able to win. Kaminsky was able to trot in as the long stick midi and pick that loose ball up. And he will trot off the field now as Will Eck comes in his stead. The Sailors possessing offensively once again. Down 3-0 here to Cheyenne Mountain. And the Cheyenne Mountain team is a defending state title winner from last year. So a very good measuring stick, an out-of-conference opponent, so you don't need to necessarily press the issue on some of these players who are hurt. You can give them not necessarily a night off, but definitely control their time. One of those players being Kieran Hahn, another being McCray Dillingham. And I think that what I was hearing, there's just a bunch of players right now that are just kind of banged up, and it's a tough season and a long one, so you want to make sure that they're ready for playoffs and kind of just watch the time. It looks as though we've got ourselves a timeout taken by Cheyenne Mountain. We'll jump away back to the studio for a quick minute and be back with more. This is your Steamboat Sailor Sports Connection, KTYV 105.7. We're online as well at steamboatradio.com.
Nicely done.
Thanks, man.
Oh, come on, boys.
Not bad.
No, they've had some good shots.
And good defense.
Yeah.
I mean, those guys, they're good.
Cheyenne's good.
Cheyenne's good.
They're damn good. Yeah. Yeah, we've got, like you're just saying, we got a lot of guys. We got Tollick's out.
Yeah.
Moody's
the season. I mean, that was just that was tough. He's such a player.
Found out Tollick's going to be done. He's out until after spring break.
Yeah, that's what I was hearing.
He was hoping 2 weeks. Now it's looking like 6.
Yeah.
So he's all bummed out too. What do you do? Sports, man.
Yep. That's exactly it. Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, here from Cheyenne Mountain High School. Always fun to come down to this field. They've got the nice turf field, a good track. I mean, they've just got a pretty nice setup here at Cheyenne Mountain. And the Sailors always seem to play the Indians quite tough. 3-0 right now, the lead for Cheyenne Mountain. They're a solid team that Jeff and I were just talking about off the mic. Very strong squad. I mean, they're returning a lot of their players that were on that roster last year when they won the state title. But, you know, Steamboat's got a lot of good things. They just need to convert on a couple of these chances that they have had offensively, and you've got yourself a 3-1 or 3-2 game, possibly even tied up. So we'll see what happens. The Sailors going to go with an easy ride here, just kind of actually waiting for him to come. Heaving across the field is Wyatt Damon. He finds his mark on the near side, and Carter Ward. And Ward progresses along the midfield line and across that line to Lacerte. It will go in. Nice challenge there from Jackson Lynch. And eventually Lynch knocks the man's stick out, and the ball ensuingly falls free as well. Here comes Frank Becker, the tank. Up the field of play, gets it to Hofer, and the Sailors possess again. So that's just what I'm talking about. When you create those turnovers, Jackson Lynch with a great stick check there, you have to capitalize and claw back into this one. Plenty of ball game left. We've got 4:59 left in the first quarter of play. A 3-0 score, Cheyenne Mountain on top. It's Lynch working it down near side of the box to Tyler Doan across GLE into X. He finds Ben Hofer. Hofer now from X going to try and pass it out far side. Steamboat's been working in the last few games on trying to create some offense from that X position, and they've done it successfully over the last couple games. Of course, they're playing teams that aren't quite the caliber of Cheyenne Mountain, not to take anything away from their success, but you definitely want to make sure that you're playing tight teams in that same capacity of offensive prowess that we've seen. Jacob Gilbertson picking up a ball that was tucked just wide. I think it was actually an opportunity from McCray Dillingham in front of the net. He shoveled it just wide. He was double teamed. Here's a shot now, and Gilbertson gets one on frame, stopped down by Hibble, but Cheyenne Mountain again on their heels a little bit here with Steamboat pressing offensively. The Indians trying to break this Steamboat ride, and they do so successfully. A good little run from Cole Micah. Micah's into the box, and he'll pass one down to Eastburn. Eastburn's got 2 of the 3 goals so far, already on the verge of a hat trick against your Sailors. But again, Steamboat down just 3-0 here, trying to find some offense in this first quarter of play. You'd love to get at least 1 goal before the horn sounds. Still 3:44 to play in the first stanza. Worked in front now. GLE far side, taken below again by Erdesi. And Erdesi will just toss one up near side to Zach Page. Page, a midi, gives one off to Micah. Micah trying to make a run through the defenders. Eventually stick check free, still on the ground. Pushed forward by Colombo, and he couldn't clear. An opportunity for Cheyenne Mountain, but it's again put down to the turf. And once more battled for here. The two teams not wanting to possess, eventually scooped up and taken out, but a warding called against Matt Kempers, I believe, or possibly a loose ball push. I didn't see the official on that far side that whistled it down. Regardless, it's a Cheyenne Mountain possession. 3:13 to go as the clock resumes, with the Indians having it once again. They'll just lollipop one over to the stick of Zach Page. Page spins. Good job there from Kempers, continuing to press him out. And the Sailors again talking to the coaching staff. Oh, big booming hit there from Logan Mackey. That one's tough. I mean, McAtee was coming in for the hit, and the man kind of slid out. McAtee couldn't have pulled one up on that. I mean, you see, it's just an unfortunate circumstance. But, man, he'll go sit. Officials are going to talk on this one. I mean, that's maybe you call him, but give him just a short penalty on that, if anything. The guy was really in his own slipping. That's why McAtee couldn't pull up, right? I mean, he just lost his feet right as he was going for the hit. Looks as though they're going to give him a cross-check penalty. We'll see if Annette is going to give me some help here on the far sideline of the box. Hoping so. Cross-checking penalty nonetheless. So man-up play for Cheyenne Mountain. I'm not sure how long we'll see Logan McAtee in the penalty area. However, man up with a 3-0 lead for the Indians. They'll work it near side to Eastburn. Jeff, is it me or are these guys big? They all look like they're big. I mean, there's a few exceptions to the rule, but like
the whole
Eastburn,
team is a big team.
They look big. You can pass out front. One-touch play in and out of the pocket there. Micah can't control. Loose ball once again. Fought for by Steamboat. Yonka's in there for the Sailors. and he gets held up, no call. Now the ball comes free once again, and it's in and out of the possession of both squads. Neither one controlling. It comes to the sideline, kept alive there by Cheyenne Mtn, aptly straddling that line on the end, but the Sailors with a big save. Griffin Maltby able to slam the door on Vance Moridi, who was coming out front from the near side of GLE, trying to tuck one home, but Maltby equal to the task, and the Sailors possess. Here is Frank Becker. Heaves one up the field of play, skips a couple times, gathered back in by Cheyenne Mtn, and they quickly go the other direction here in the final 1:51 of play in quarter number 1. You got to give your defense some break. Here's a shot and a goal. Back post play from Eastburn. He finds the stick of Moridi, and he tucks one home this time. Second chance on the man up, and the Sailors will get their man out of the box here. Moridi, however, makes it a 4-0 game, and at this point, you got to think the Sailors need to stop the bleeding. While it's a game of momentum, you don't want to get away from you in the first quarter. Nonetheless, 4 goals still. Plenty of ball game left, but you don't want to give them the next one, especially in the next minute and 47 seconds. You got to possess here, get some offense, give your defense a breather. Big face-off coming up. Lone Epstein's on the near side to help out as a winger. I don't see a number on the far. And the face-off man, also unsure of that. I'm guessing Dillingham.
Yep.
There's McCray in there to take the draw as the Zebra steps off. And nice, big, clean win there from McCray Dillingham. Feeds one over to Gilbertson. The Sailors possess, and a chance to get right back in this one if they can strike on this offensive possession. Hofer got stick checked, does scoop up the ball off the ground, however. 92 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 4-0 score, Cheyenne Mtn on top. Doing with the ball, works it up to Will Eck, and Eck will just continue it along the perimeter, finding Matt Kempers. Kempers into the slot. Chance for Gilbertson, rips one just wide. May have been stopped by Hibble, not sure if it connected with the goalie. Stays out regardless, chased down by Steamboat. 1:19 to go in the quarter. Hofer over far side GLE to the stick of McCray Dillingham. Dillingham's going to trot up to the side of the box and just switch with Matt Kempers on a little cycle play. Now Dillingham to the middle of the field with the ball still. And he passes one inside. He's got Gilbertson. Gilbertson had to re-tuck the ball, and eventually his pass to Tyler Doing just off the mark. I think that was Griffin Meyer who got in there and intercepted. And Cheyenne Mtn will just take this one. We're down to the last 54 seconds of play. Ball comes near side now to Liam Hibble, and Hibble outlets one, and here comes a big hit from Yonka potentially. Nice stick check there from Yonka, and eventually it's out of bounds. Pardon. The whole coaching staff trying to plead the case that it's going to be Cheyenne Mtn ball. Indeed, it will be, as it hit off of Yonka last. And the Indians take this one. Intercept, though. Beautiful read there from McCray Dillingham. Steamboat coming up with numbers potentially, but there's Cheyenne Mtn getting back. A big hit, but Gilbertson keeps the ball. He comes through. Gilbertson passes one down to Doyne, in and out of his pocket. Chases it down, trying to keep it in play with 28 seconds to go, and then Doyne shovels it out of bounds. So the Sailors with a couple errant plays there at the sideline and end line respectively, giving the ball away to Cheyenne Mtn. They're going to take this in with 26.4 on the clock now. And the Sailors going to try and ride here. Just a one-man ride of Tyler Doyne, but he's not even going hard on Wyatt Damon, who comes to the near side and plenty of space to work with. Now in comes Gilbertson to try and press. Gives it back to Hibble. Hibble now heaves one up to the midfield line, gets across that line with 9 seconds on the clock. And you've got to think that Cheyenne Mtn has to gain the box here. Steamboat potentially trying to force him out and turn over, but we don't get that whistle as Cheyenne Mtn barely in time, and we do have the horn at that. Stepping back to the studios, looks like we've got ourselves dirty laundry on the field. We'll get you what that foul is when we come back for the second quarter. This is your Steamboat Sailors Sports Connection, KTYV 105.7. We're online as well at steamboatradio.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we know, the snack bar is open at the north end of the field.
Did not see that flag.
Yeah, I didn't need it till the last second.
And ladies and gentlemen, just want to mention our flag is at half-mast. Army Sergeant Will Vinci was brought home the other day from a deployment overseas.
Not bad. Not bad.
No, they're holding up. They just got to tighten up those. They're trying to force just a little bit in there, but
They got to convert.
yeah, they're getting some shots on. They're just not. Nobody's tuned in yet.
You get one or two of those, and it's a different game
Yeah.
coming out of that corner. Talking like you really know what lacrosse is.
I know. I'm the same. I've been watching this shit for 8 years, and I still can't follow the game.
Dude, I wish I played, man. This is a fun one.
It
I played
is.
hockey, so I mean, there's a lot of.
There's a lot of resemblance for sure.
Similarities.
Yeah, absolutely. No, this is a great sport.
I've been calling college lacrosse last couple years, the MCLA national championships, and that's fun, man. Just the whole thing, right? I mean, you see that. The only reason I bring that up is it's like fun to see that next level.
Yeah.
And MCLA is right below NCAA. There's a couple kids in there that could probably play. There's one kid I remember last year for Michigan State, I think it was. He was a freaking baller, man. But
it's amazing.
It's fun to see that.
Yeah.
Just what they can do and how much it's growing. The sport's huge now.
And let's do a shout out for the lacrosse officials tonight.
All right, boys, come on.
Here goes.
Come on.
Umpire Evan Carlson. And field judge Brian Baker. Doing a great job tonight.
Back with you here from Cheyenne Mountain High School. Lawton Chase along for the ride as your Steamboat Sailors come out of quarter number 1 with a 4-0 deficit. Yes, deficit to Cheyenne Mountain. This Indians team, very strong. You can see that they don't really have any weaknesses throughout. I mean, the Sailors can match up with them if they were able to convert on a couple of those chances that they had earlier in the game. Could be looking at a different one coming into this second quarter. They did not, and we have a 4-0 game as it stands. But Steamboat with a chance, or a number of chances, I should say, offensively, and some turnovers they created defensively as well. A lot of positives. We have Matt Kempers taking a knee here. A late-stage penalty against Kempers. Not sure what it was for, but the Sailors once again have man-down play to contend with here. It's going to be taken in far side. Eastburn, who's got 2 of the 4, going to take this in far side GLE, and we've started out quarter number 2. Work near into the stick of Micah. Down GLE now. Taking it there is Wiley Burkett. Burkett far side to Eastburn. Eastburn works it up to the top of the box once again. You can see that the Cheyenne Mountain team working kind of a pentagonal attack here on a man-up play. Now they start to shift players around. Worked low, and man comes out front all alone. Big save from Maltby. What a stop with Burkett right on the doorstep there. And Maltby able to slam it shut. What a save there from Griffin, keeping his team inside this one. 4-0 the score. Frank Becker now picks one up off of the ground. He's going to make a run of it himself. Passes one up to Gilbertson in and out of his pocket. He does regain possession, and now it looks as though we've got a timeout taken by Steamboat. So it seems to be the case. A little bit of jitters potentially. I thought I was the only one with that, but I was just have a little bit of a low blood sugar. I'll get that taken care of at halftime. But the Sailors kind of in and out of their pocket, not quite the possessive game that we've seen in recent outings. We'll step away to the studios for a quick moment and be back with more. This is your Steamboat Sailor Sports Connection, KTYV 105.7. We're online as well at steamboatradio.com. I'm board hopping myself, in case you're curious. It's pretty fancy, man. I don't know if you've been able to listen to any of mine, but I generally do it off my phone now, just like this thing. Sounds great.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I was kind of worried, right, thinking, it's a phone. I don't know if there's something in this app itself that compresses it, but it sounds phenomenal.
Cool.
And it makes my job way easier. I mean,
yeah.
Come on.
It's perfect. Looks like they get about the same turnout that we go for. Thought there'd be a good crowd here tonight for a Friday night under the lights.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the quarter button is not working at the moment, so we are in the second quarter.
Oh. All right, boys, come on.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, here from Cheyenne Mountain High School. I'm Lawton Chase, along for the ride. It's second quarter action on KTYV 105.7. 11:17 left in this first half. The Sailors down 4-0, but they will have possession out of this timeout that they were calling. And we'll see if they can kind of put something together. They brought Kieran Hahn onto the field for the first time tonight. We'll see him in limited action throughout the day as he works through some stuff. Like I said, there's a lot of banged up bodies there for Steamboat, but you got to think they have a lot of fight in them. McCray Dillingham and Kieran Hahn both out there right now, and both of them dealing with injuries. Playable injuries, but not to a full degree. Also, we're missing Talik Meyer. He's another big piece of this, a senior for your Steamboat Sailors, and he won't be back potentially until after spring break. Here comes Hahn. He passes one out to Lynch. Down now to Gilbertson. Gilbertson's going to trot to X here, taking it for Steamboat. Fakes a pass to Hofer. Now he fakes it again, takes it out front. Chance shot, goal! Jacob Gilbertson tucks one home, and your Sailors are on the board with a little jig from Gilbertson in celebration there. So it's 4-1 now. And whatever they set out on the sidelines must have worked, as Gilbertson tucks one home, his first of the evening, the first for the Sailors as well. Big face-off. Dillingham's going to stay out there to take this for the Sailors, as Hahn is in that attacking role right now. Kaminsky and Lynch, the wingers for your Steamboat Sailors. Kaminsky donning that long pole at the midfield slot. Lynch now coming to make friends with Griffin Meyer here on the near side, just in front of the press box. Still waiting on the official. And both Zebras step back. 11:02 left, a 4-1 game now. Your Sailors are on the board. Ensuing face-off can be pushed forward by McCray Dillingham, eventually scooped up there by Dino Johnson. And Johnson's going to progress this for Cheyenne Mountain. Great ride there from the Sailors, though. They're not letting it in easy. Here is Kaminsky as well. The long pole midi making it tough for Cheyenne Mountain. They eventually do gain. Johnson's going to peel back and wait for some attacking midfielders. There's Micah just off the bench, and he's going to get it from the stick of Burkett. Burkett giving it to Micah. He makes a run, cuts from left to right, pass out front, shot. Big save again from Maltby. A pair of saves to start this quarter off, and the Sailors have a chance at offense here, as here comes Dillingham. Passing it to Gilbertson. Jacob Gilbertson has got a wide open Ben Hofer GLE. He gets it to him. So we'll see what the Sailors can bring now. A chance to bring this to back within 2 goals here from Cheyenne Mountain School. Big pass there. Here's Dillingham. Skips one big save from Hibble. Chased down, though, by Steamboat. They'll maintain possession. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Steamboat defensively. Maltby's made a pair of big saves. The Sailors not just letting Cheyenne Mountain take it after that. Maltby's actually been able to wrangle it in and outlet a couple passes that have turned into offensive chances for your Steamboat squad. And once again, they will go from X. This is Tyler Doyne. Fakes a pass out front. Doyne definitely sizes up well against some of these Cheyenne Mountain players. We were talking about the size, but Doyne, one of the bigger boys on the field at pretty much every juncture. I mean, he's 6'5", I believe, and bringing a big frame out here for the Sailors. To work to X again, Jacob Gilbertson takes it there. Fires out to Doyne near side, top of the box. Worked along to Jackson Lynch. Lynch works it into Hahn. Kieran Hahn going to fake a pass. Takes the GLE, feeds one through to Jacob Gilbertson. Fakes it, now threads it up to McCray Dillingham. A little stop, and he'll feed it back to Gilbertson. Has to chase it down, can't do it. Air play there, and it will turn into a Cheyenne Mountain possession. But again, not too bad. You had a couple looks, and the Sailors have to just build off of that, because Gilbertson has put them on the board, and it's a completely different ballgame now if you can continue to make a couple stops defensively. Micah makes a long run of his own, passes one up. He's got his mark. That was Burkett. Burkett has it again, working it up to Micah, top of the box. Feeds one over near side to Page. Page passes one down near side of the box to Colby Erdosy. Works it into X. Taking it there is Burkett. Burkett tries to run and spin away from pressure put on there by Steamboat's Ezra Moyer. Comes out front. Scooped up by Griffin Maltby, and the Sailors have it again. Outlet this time, though, is going to skip free of a Steamboat possession. It's taken instead by Cheyenne Mountain, and they'll work this one across the midfield line into the box, and the Indians once again on offense. But again, you see some of the stopping power of your Steamboat defense. 8:25 left here in the first half of play. A 4-1 score. Cheyenne Mountain on top of your Steamboat squad. It's going to be another attack from the near side. A GLE pass out front, shot, goal. That one is tucked home by the stick of Colby Erdosy, and he was just too wide open in front. Sailors got to mark up, make sure that you're not giving him those easy lanes. A 5-1 lead for Cheyenne Mountain now, as Erdosy gets his first of the evening. Out again comes Lowen Epstein with Kaminsky out there, and Matt Kempers will take the field to take the draw as well, facing off against Dino Johnson. Kemper's another one of those big bodies for the Sailors. You got to think, if you want to ignite the bench, maybe throw the body weight around a little bit. I know that high school lacrosse is trying to trend away from that, but the Sailors are known for their physical game, and Kempers can definitely light the fuse here. And to take this draw right now as the Zebra backs up, whistle blows, and good support again. Kempers and Kaminsky have connected on a couple of that hockey connection, but an errant pass from Kaminsky leads to a turnover opportunity. A pass coming down low, back post, shot, and another goal. That's Erdice with back-to-back strikes. Griffin Maltby thought he had it as he got across his crease in a hurry, but he was not quite there in time, and it's 6-1 now. Cheyenne Mountain on top with goals from Erdice. He's got both of them here in the second quarter for Cheyenne Mountain. 8:01 left in the second. Got to make sure that you are passing stick to stick here, especially on an evening where you're playing such a top-end opponent who could capitalize on those turnovers like we just saw. They create mismatches, and all of a sudden it's a 2-on-1 down low, and Erdice tucks one home. So Epstein stays out there. Long pole midi now coming out is Ezra Moyer. And the Sailors unable to win this ensuing draw. Passed up the field. Burkett gets it to the box, and he will just take this one for Cheyenne Mountain. Passes near side now. Finds Erdice. Erdice gives it up top into the stick of James Lacerte. Lacerte now fakes a pass. Looking for a shooting lane. Doesn't have it. Trots down to GLE. Works it into X. Erdice takes it there. Pass out front. Open man. Shot goals. Cheyenne Mountain has Scott Sullivan got his name on the scoring sheet, and it's 7-1 right now. Your Sailors need to find a response because it is all Cheyenne Mountain after the Sailors were able to strike and make it 4-1 on a goal from Gilbertson. It's been all boys in white and maroon since then. 7:33 left here in the half. Epstein back out with Yonka this time, and Dillingham out again to take the draw after Kempers took the last two. You score one, then you can maybe score two, and then three. Sailors need to start with just one, though, here. Down 7-1 from Cheyenne Mountain High School. Plenty of ball game left, though. At a certain point, that starts to not become a factor, though. I mean, I've said it a number of times. But at a certain juncture, I mean, it is a pretty dominant performance here from Cheyenne Mountain. Steamboat's not out of it, though. You don't feel that Cheyenne Mountain is, taking this one and is going to win it. Still plenty of Kieran Hahn to play. Hahn top of the box here. He scooped it up after Dillingham pushed it forward, and the Sailors do possess offensively. Here's Tyler Doyne. Doyne going to pass it near side to Gilbertson. He's at a tight angle. Fakes a shot. Passes back to Doyne. Doyne also trots off of the shot and instead passes far side to Ben Hofer. Scoops it up, takes it to GLE far side. Works it in towards X and eventually gets it there. Ben Hofer now looking out front. Gives it to Gilbertson near side, just above GLE. He'll get a little bit of a pick from Dillingham. Jumps and will try and scoop one back to Doyne. Gets it there. Tyler Doyne pressed hard here by Cheyenne Mountain. Not afraid to send a man up, and then a poke check there. Gets it free, but Doyne able to scoop it up again for Steamboat. He switches the field with a pass to Gilbertson. In, shoots. That one hit a stick in the body and goes out of play, chased down by Hahn. And Steamboat will take it in from the far sideline. 6:28 to go now in the first half. A 7-1 lead for Cheyenne Mountain. Sailors looking for something offensively here, and you can't think that you want to just build momentum. You got to get a goal here if you're Steamboat and wanting to come back in this game. Tyler Doyne, it's an extended possession. You got to come up with something at the end of it. Passes down to Hofer inside. That one, an errant pass. Gets free. It was too far for Hahn, and Quinn Keefe was in there challenging as well, but neither came up with it. Instead, it's Cheyenne Mountain who takes it back, and they'll just rocket one upfield. Wow, in and out of the pocket of a man, and then that's scooped up by Dillingham. He gets it right back for Steamboat, and the Sailors will come the other direction. That's exactly what you needed if you were Steamboat. Pass down to Hofer now. Sailors have gained the box, so they don't have to worry about that. Here comes Hofer. Gets a stick to the face there, and it's going to be no whistle on that. Hofer is stick checked eventually, comes away from the Steamboat possession, turned instead into a Cheyenne Mountain ball, and they'll work it upfield as James Lacerte takes it for the Indians. So Steamboat unable to get something, and now you start to feel things trending towards Cheyenne Mountain's dominance. Before it was kind of just, they've converted more than the Sailors have, but on that last extended possession, the Sailors weren't even able to get a shot on frame. So not what you want to see if you're a Steamboat fan. 5:11 to go. Luckily, you're not seeing it unless you're watching on YouTube. I want to thank Jeff Dillingham helping us out doing the camera work tonight, but otherwise you're watching, or listening terrestrially, sorry, at 105.7. So at least you don't have to see it, right? Take what you get. Here's a shot, goes wide of the goal frame. That one off the mark from the stick of Lacerte. It'll be chased down, though, by Burkett, and he will take it in from the end line here for Cheyenne Mountain. Burkett gets the restart whistle, and we resume action here from Cheyenne Mountain High School. Worked around and eventually into the stick of Zach Page. Page near side, top of the box, spins away from the pressure of Doyne. Doyne, though, relentless in the attack, however, Page able to strike. Wow. Zach Page puts it home, and this is an 8-1 game now. Page's first of the evening. That was with Doyne all over him. And there's a conference of the defenders and goalkeeper for your Steamboat Sailors. We've got just 4:39 left and an 8-1 score. Sailors will bring Dillingham back out for the face-off with Yonka and Epstein. You got to think, at a certain degree, it's a matter of capitalizing on your chances. Cheyenne Mountain's done an excellent job of that, even with Maltby making some saves. Steamboat has not, and all of a sudden they're down 8-1 at this point, though. Even the face-offs, I mean, it's been pretty even, back and forth inside in terms of who's winning those draws. Steamboat just has not been able to put it home, and there's another giveaway, potentially. Dillingham chases it down, trying to keep it alive, eventually rolls out of play. And they say Cheyenne Mountain ball. Whistle comes, and Hibble gets the ball into the big pocket there. Reminder pushing forward for Cheyenne Mountain, and he'll just lollipop one up, and that gets out of his man's possession. So Steamboat gets the ball back on a turnover. Lone Epstein will take it in for your Sailors. Quickly feeding one up to Dillingham. Dillingham for Steamboat. Gets it up to Gilbertson. Gilbertson still needs to gain the box. Dillingham rocked there a little bit late. No flag. Now it's going to be taken by Will Eck. He's got support off the bench. It's Jackson Lynch. He gets it to him. Lynch now at GLE. Fires a quick pass into the stick of Hanaway. Hanaway near side to Dillingham. Dillingham up top. He's got Jacob Gilbertson. That is not Hanaway. That's a Henninger out there. I was like, that doesn't quite look like a 15. 19. Work near side now to Eck. Gathers it in. Will Eck had to scoop that one up off of the turf. He does so. Fires a quick pass over to Gilbertson. Gilbertson in towards Henninger, in and out of his pocket though, and out of play. Not quite the fire in the belly that we see or are used to seeing from the Steamboat Sailors. A little less fight than I'm used to seeing out of this team. This is a rare team for Steamboat to have. A lot of seniors on there, on the roster. And you'd think that it's a good opportunity for them to really, create something special out of Steamboat. 3 minutes to go. And there's exactly what I'm talking about in this game. Kind of just some nonchalance, defensively, offensively now. Maybe it's because it's 8-1. But here is Jackson Lynch trying to redeem himself. He scoops it up off the turf. He's pushed towards the sideline, passes one, intercepted again, and Cheyenne Mountain comes right back the other way. So there's no one particular person who's not connecting right now. It's everybody for Steamboat who's given it over. Luckily, they've got halftime to kind of discuss what they want to change down the stretch. 2:41 left in this first half of play. 8-1 lead for Cheyenne Mountain. They'll take it in from the near side. Micah has this. Micah. Micah works over far side now to James Lacert. Lacert plants, gives it back up top to Micah, top of the box, middle of the field. He tries to run away from the pressure of Kamitsky. Got a 3-3 or a 3-1-2 zone defense. Becker kind of locking down in front of the net. The speedsters off to the side. That's McAtee and Colombo. Tight angle shot pass coming out front. Tucked upstairs by Eastburn, and he completes the hat trick. And it's 9-1, just like that. Eastburn with 3 on the night, and the Sailors in disarray. How it has changed over the course of the last few minutes. Steamboat got that early goal here in this second quarter from Jacob Gilbertson, and they seem to get a little bit of swagger back into the game, but now Cheyenne Mountain's run away with it with 5 unanswered after Gilbertson's strike. It's 9-1 here with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in this second quarter. Dillingham to take another draw with Kempers on the near side. And the Sailors will put out Yonka to help as well. Pushed forward, but again scooped up by the Indians. And the boys in white will take this one forward as Cheyenne Mountain again possesses. This pass into the middle of the field. Opportunity 2-on-1 down low. Chance shot goal. Another hat trick. This time it is from the stick of Colby Erdesi. He's got his hat trick and all of his goals coming here in the second quarter of play. 10-1 now.
It's a hat trick, number 14, Colby Erdesi.
Erdesi with his hat trick goal there. And we may see, I wouldn't be opposed to seeing Hovey. I think he's getting warmed up on that far side. Put him in at this point, 10-1, get him a whole half of play rather than just maybe a last few minutes. Sophomore keeper. Nothing against Griffin Maltby. He's made some really big saves, but the Sailors as a unit defensively have kind of let down. 10-1. Making me look bad. I kept saying how the Sailors play the Cheyenne Mountain team so tough and always have over the course of the last 4 or 5 years that I've been announcing for them. And now all of a sudden I've inserted my foot into my mouth here. It looks as though we're going to get a whistle. Indeed we will. A tripping call, or are they saying loose ball push? That'd be nice. Loose ball push. So just possession there for Cheyenne Mountain. We've got minute and 49 seconds left. This quarter's really going slow. Is that just me, Jeff? Are they remembering to start this thing? I mean,
it's going to be running clock here pretty soon.
Yeah, no kidding. 10-1. What is it? 12-goal lead, and that's when you get to see the run clock. The Sailors down 10-1 right now. And errant pass went off the stick of Eastburn and out of bounds. So the Sailors will have a chance to possess. It's going to be taken in. Here comes Frank Becker. He's going to maybe try and ignite it with a run of his own. Becker is up the field, gets it to Gilbertson, and turns back. It looks as though we've got a flag that comes out, and we'll go to the field. So the Sailors will have man-up opportunity, potentially a offsides. I think that's what the call was. I saw a player that went down, and indeed it was. Here he comes. Burkett now already infracted on the offside, so he's just going to make it 6-on-7 and make it tough for the Sailors. Here's Kieran Hahn. Fakes a pass far side. Takes it. A little bit of a run here from Kieran Hahn. Skips, jumps, and eventually passes one off to Will Eck. Eck takes this into X, passing it to Gilbertson. Gilbertson takes it in there, tries to come out far side GLE, fakes a pass, eventually back to Eck. Will Eck now controlling. The Sailors doing a nice job. 6-on-7 here, so it's not easy to work around the field. They're getting double teamed at most junctures. Here comes Will Eck once again near side. 39 seconds on the clock. Here comes Eck. Tucks one, and that one off of the side of the goal frame. I don't know why they didn't whistle it down. It hit the ground. And Eck gets blasted there. And eventually, will we have a whistle?
Should be if they lose possession.
No, usually it's if it even hits the ground, right? So, I mean, that shot, you let them shoot, but then it's on the ground. You should whistle it down regardless. We'll finally have the flag and the penalty. Man-up play for Steamboat coming up here. And I think it's just a 30-second offsides call, so we will have the next 29.6 at man-up. Sailors will have it on the far side. McCray Dillingham will take it in for Steamboat, donning their red uniforms, white numbers. They went with the gray shorts tonight with the red trim, if you're just joining us on KTYV. Down 10-1 to Cheyenne Mountain. Really strong Cheyenne Mountain team here, but Steamboat, I definitely think I'd like to see the Cheyenne Mountain team again in the playoffs, because I think we could definitely contend with them a little bit better than we have today. In and out of the pocket of Kieran Hahn, 10 seconds on the clock. In the half, here's Dillingham, tight angle, shoots one, stopped by Hibble. Hibble's a really good keeper. I remember him from last year. He's a real strong goalie. 0.6 seconds remaining. We got a whistle. I mean, just let it go. Let that thing bleed off. Did they take a timeout, really?
I think so.
No way. Are we going ahead?
I don't know what they're doing.
10-1 the score.
They're
And a timeout for Cheyenne Mountain.
really?
Okay. 0.6 on the clock. Nothing's happening. We'll step back to the studios. I'm going to go ahead and send it to half because nothing's going to happen here. 0.6 on the clock. So we'll be back for the second half of action. This is your Steamboat Sailor Sports Connection, KTYV 105.7. We're online as well at steamboatradio.com.
You're going to have some explaining to do when it's 11-1.
Yeah, right?
Well, my bad.
halftime, please visit the snack bar. North side of the stadium, hot drinks, food, proceeds support your school. Stay away from drugs. Yeah, it's so getting smoked like that are just like
The whole game. What's that? Literally, the ball was in our, like the second half of that game, the ball was in our side of the I'm not sure the first half, but we had it for about 10 seconds and then somebody dropped it fast, but we had to the whole half. Okay. Good job.
All right, did we find the penalty quarter thing out there? I feel very unsafe doing that. It's gotta be.
Yeah, like that, man. They played against the Mustangs.
26 seconds, let's let go.
I don't know, Steve. Should I answer that or not? Mustang Sally. We're working on it. I got you on the box.
Ladies and gentlemen, by request, out to our scorekeeper's booth.
You got the rock version of Mustang Sally. You got a whole different version going.
Well, so that comes with a rental. I figured you want to ask them.
How was Potter?
That was good. Yeah, it was nice. Weather was good. Relaxing. Trout in the back bay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good time. We got over with the Carters.
Yeah.
And just, you know, it's a nice time. So, yeah.
It's like where
I see Carter in the strawberry field.
Oh, Bill. Yeah, he likes to go there. Yeah.
Oh, but it's called
He's got these two dogs that got mine.
Yeah.
It's the whole farm.
Yeah, great.
We gone back midnight, 11:30.
Yeah.
And then we pretty much go out there at, I didn't get, we left at 4 a.m. to go back to Denver to fly this Denver to visit my folks in Wells, and we drove.
The thing is, I hate Pacific Coast. Right now, I'm looking at it.
We were 2 nights in the desert.
So it's one of those.
Yeah, that's good. We wouldn't, I think we were looking at a couple of hotels in LA. And it's not like that. It's just
Because it's a
So we got an extra. Yeah. So when we were around LA, it's just, yeah.
We'll put the policy. This is the right. Question is, where's that?
All right, it's good to see you.
That's where I ran. No. We could, at the day, break it up. Yeah, we're good. Maybe every 5 or 6 minutes is fine. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for some popcorn trivia. Rules are you have to come up to the booth from the north end. Tonight's trivia question goes back to last year's state final against Alexander Dawson. At Mile High Stadium state championship game, Cheyenne Mtn versus Alexander Dawson. What was the score on the scoreboard when Cheyenne Mtn put the first ball into the back of a net? What was the score when Cheyenne Mtn got its first goal?
Yeah, 8-6, 8-6, 8-6.
First goal. First goal.
They had their first goal.
It was,
Wait. If you didn't hear it, 2-0.
2-0.
No? No, wait. So you guys are done. You can't go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a different game.
I was close.
Watch this.
Wait, did I hit it?
What was the score of the game at the time Cheyenne Mtn scored their first net? Extra credit. What was the name of the Cheyenne Mtn player who scored that goal?
What would you say?
Would have been 3-1 to score.
No, we got it. So you said 3-0?
Yeah.
Going once, what? Is that what your answer is?
Well, 3-1.
No. That's not a trick question. So 3-0 is the correct score. So do you know who got her net? You don't need that. And then give me your name.
Nick there.
What is it?
Nick there.
Nick Thayer. I remember.
All right, we have a winner. Nick Thayer, the correct answer. Another way to ask the question, what was the score when goalie Liam Hibble warmed up completely? The answer, 3-0 before we scored our first net in a victorious game.
Nick.
Thank you.
Yes, Nick.
We're still waiting for an answer to which Cheyenne Mtn player scored that goal.
He was here last year. Yes. Okay. I probably have to say that. Okay.
This is Dad's here. You wouldn't know. You would have tripped all over it.
Okay.
I'm surprised these guys don't know. So that's a good guess.
We have another song on request. This song is requested by Aiden Hill. Aiden Hill asked if we could play this song and dedicate it to number 25 on the Beds of Crossing. So Aiden Hill, your request on number 25.
All caps.
No. Put an exclamation. No.
Extra credit for the question. What are the names of the parents? And the Cheyenne Mtn player that scored the first goal of the state game.
I got a text on my phone. Somebody texted me and said, "You're not off off the air. You were never off the air. I haven't said anything.
Well, we aren't on this. Just a heads up. Because it's all through the camera.
Yeah.
On that, like on the live stream side of things. But we haven't, have we?
No.
That's what
I said. Shirley jumped me and I'm like, what? I haven't said nothing. All right, boys, come on.
Thank goodness it's not 11-1. That would have been embarrassing.
Well, welcome back. Not sure how
I don't know what to tell you, actually.
I don't know why they bothered to time out. That was probably just psych.
But why? Like, not even. Like, it's...
Yeah, you don't need any help.
It's 10-1.
I didn't understand that at all.
Alright, let's just at least get a better half here, boys.
Yeah. Surely they're going to put some of their second squad in here.
That's fine. I'm alright with that.
Yeah.
Let's make it a game.
Yeah.
Compete. That's what I want to see. Easier to call when you're competing. It's like when you're like that was just like
Repetitive.
come on. The second quarter. The first was even though we were down 4-0, it's like still we got a chance.
Yeah, let's see if we. This is what we have a hard time with those coming back. So
Yeah.
when we get down pretty hard. Looks like they're starting man down.
That's still for the outside, I guess.
It must be.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, here from Cheyenne Mountain High School. Your Steamboat Sailors donning their... Wow. Whoa, hey. Apparently I didn't get my halftime speech in there. They are donning their away red uniforms, white numbers. They're going with gray shorts, red trim today. They are left to right on KTYV 105.7. And indeed, we do have Caden Hovey in the net for your Steamboat squad here to begin the second. It looks as though Cheyenne Mountain just got the guy out of the box there. He had to serve the last 0.4 seconds of his. And it is Burkett. He's in. He shoots. That one just wide. May have hit off of Burkett. Sometimes it's hard to see if those really caromed. Some of them take a pretty big turn, you know, almost a 90-degree angle at times, but occasionally it may have been a save that I miss. And forgive me my faults on that one. It's an imperfect world we live in here. Sailors down 10-1 after the first half of play. They'll be looking to at least, you know, compete. I was talking with Jeff about that just now off the mic. At this juncture, hard to say that it'd be, you know, reasonable to expect a comeback in totality, but you want to make sure that you're competing, especially against a Cheyenne Mountain team, and setting the stage for what could be a potential, you know, meet-up in the playoffs. And you don't want to have them coming in with that supreme confidence. Here comes Cheyenne Mountain up front. Big hit there. Burkett tucks it in somehow. Wow. What an individual effort. Burkett drops the stick then, or is that someone else? Great effort there from Burkett. You got to give it to him on that one. He was falling down off of a big hit there from a Steamboat defender, and he still was able to manage to tuck one home with one hand on the stick. So, Gray Dillingham out to take this face off in the big circle. He's going to have Kaminsky to his left, Epstein to his right, just in front of the press box here. Kaminsky that long pull midi. Dillingham to try and win this face-off. Your Sailors now down by 10. If they allow 2 more goals without scoring any of their own, we will go to run time. Just in case you're wondering, I suppose I was. I'm getting pretty hungry now, you know. Got that Irish pub on my mind that we're going to go to after. Off of the draw, scooped up by Cheyenne Mountain, and it will be taken upfield by this Indian squad. Once again, it is the face-off man, Dino Johnson, who will pass this off and eventually go for a quick change. Colombo, good active stick there from Cameron Colombo. He's going to try and run upfield. A little bounce pass. That one under the stick of Dillingham. Push the other direction, and here comes Cheyenne Mountain once again. So, good active stick, but it turned into an errant pass that once more comes back towards the Steamboat Sailors. You got to try and at least give your offense a chance at possession. Now it's once again worked around the perimeter by Cheyenne Mountain. Burkett trying to come out front, didn't have a lane. He's going to try and drive against Frank Becker once again. Shoots one off the pipe. That one is going to be chased down at the far side. McAtee! Wow. Hey, thought I saw a win on the race by McAtee there, but a very late whistle and decision by the Zebras on the far side. 10-13 to go here in the third quarter of play, an 11-1 score. Cheyenne Mtn on top. Worked around the horn once again. Taken at the top of the box. A little spin move there by Vance Maridi. Maridi now fakes it out front, and eventually he's going to toss. Here's a shot. High riser by Burkett. But it looks as though that wouldn't have counted. Crease violation for Cheyenne Mtn. We've got a turnover, and your Sailors will take this one once again. Got to clear that extra ball. There's one that's lying on the field of play. Eventually scooped up there. There you go. Colombo's going to take this in on the restart whistle. Gets it from the Zebras. He'll pass one into Hovey. Hovey trots upfield himself, looking for a long ball attempt. He's trying to find Gilbertson, in and out of his reach. Scooped up off of the turf, though, by Will Eck, and your Sailors will attack. Here comes Tyler Doyne. Doyne to the high slot. Again, missed the pass there. The Sailors have been doing that all day long, hoping that they would have changed it at the intermission there. Not that you can really talk to him about changing it. You can just kind of tell him, hey, try and make your passes better. I don't know, Jeff. At this point, I'm trying to find stuff to talk about because we are 11-1 score. Shot there from Doyne just off the mark. Good chance. Chased down by Hofer, and we've got possession again. 9:20 to go. Sailors will take it in from the far side, down 11-1. Here's Hofer across that GLE. Pass to Jacob Gilbertson. Gilbertson fakes it back to X. Instead goes up to Will Eck. Eck trots near side, top of the box. Finds Hofer on a pass. Hofer trots to the GLE near sideline. And he's going to try and escape pressure, looking to come out front. Stick checked away from it. Picked up by Cheyenne Mtn. They'll just dish one off to Hibble. And Liam Hibble, whose brother requested a song for himself during halftime. And it was I'm Sexy and I Know It by LMAFO or something like that, I think. Yes, he requested that to himself. Anywho, I digress. High school boys being high school boys. Here comes Cheyenne Mtn once again. Indians trying to attack with 8:39 left in third quarter action. Pass down low. Opportunity pass worked into X. Now Burkett gets the feed off from Eastburn. Both of those players have multiple goals. Eastburn, in fact, a hat trick on the day. Here's Lacert now top of the box. He's going to work his way across. Now marked up on, but Lacert opens up a lane, shoots and scores. Just one of those days you run into a hot team and you can come out completely flat. Sailors have not been able to reignite. It is 12-1 now. Lacert has, let's see, going down the line, it's his first goal of the day, but he's been involved in a lot of action offensively, finally ripping one home himself. So now we are just one goal away for Cheyenne Mtn, pending any goals of their own from Steamboat, who has brought out Reese Morgan for a face-off. Help on the near side coming from Kempers. It looks as though it may be, that looks like that might be Ezra Moyer on the far side. 8:21 to go, a 12-1 lead for Cheyenne Mtn. It's pushed forward, easily won by the Indians. They're going to try to attack in the quick little face-off, but nice job from Frank Becker. He intercepts a pass, and he's going to trot up himself. Frank the Tank working in, seeing he's got a lane. He's going to go for a shot. Frank Becker just off the mark. Nice little run there from Becker. You saw him check behind him to make sure there wasn't anyone coming in, and he let one fly and didn't miss by much. Ben Hofer takes it in now off the restart whistle. He's going to get help off the bench from McCrae Dillingham. Dillingham tries to run forward into a man. That is not Dillingham. That's Quinn Keefe. That is an 18 out of 28. My apologies. Quinn Keefe on the near side. Laurie, if you're listening, I don't appreciate you naming him that. Just saying. It's taken by Jacob Gilbertson now, an X. Passed up far side to Will Eck. I'm smiling. I hope you understand. It's all good fun. Here's Will Eck now. Passing over to Matt Kempers. Kempers inside. He's got a man in and out of the pocket there of Keefe. And eventually it'll be scooped up by Cheyenne Mtn. Quinn Keefe in a quick little pursuit there, though. Gets help from Hofer, but Liam Hibble able to outlet that one for the Indians. Got 7:17 left. A 12-1 score. Cheyenne Mtn trying to pass it out front. Shot goal. Burkett, just like that, able to tuck home his, let's see, that'll be his hat trick goal. And we will go to run clock. 13-1 the score. I don't know why I'm doing that. I'm trying to make some notes here, and I can't do that one easily. 13-1, we're going to go to run clock. I believe. Right?
As far as I know. Should.
Off the face-off, I believe. 7:13 left. Kemper's out again. The nice thing, if you're the Sailors, you got an opportunity to bounce back within 16 hours. I mean, you're going to be right back on the field here down in Colorado Springs, taking on Air Academy at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. So hopefully we'll see a little bit more fire in the legs and the belly from your Steamboat Sailors. 13-1, the score. Jacob Gilbertson has this. The Sailors did win the face-off there. Worked down in below the goal now, taken there by Ben Hofer once again. Hofer near side to Will Eck. Eck's going to go up top with a pass to Jackson Lynch, gets it right back from him. And Eck trots towards GLE. Now past X finds Gilbertson. Gilbertson trying to come out front for the Sailors. Gilbertson passes to X, finds Hofer there. Hofer to Eck near side at GLE. Will Eck stops with the left foot, planting that, and passing it to Hofer once again. Hofer, far side, he finds the stick of Dillingham. Inside the slot area, intercepted by Cheyenne Mtn. And the Indians stick check beautifully. There's Jackson Lynch, not giving up on it. A good ride from Lynch. He's going to get help as well from the Steamboat Sailors on the far side. Looks like that might be Kemper's. And Matt Kemper's needs a little help of his own, but they can't pick up the ball. It's eventually kicked forward, and we've got ourselves a whistle. Potentially a loose ball push against Steamboat. 5:54 to go and ticking down. 13-1 the score. Cheyenne Mtn will take this one up the field of play. Offense once again for the boys in white. Worked around the perimeter. There's Micah. He goes down low far side. Finds the stick of Colby Ersey. Ersey gets a pass out front. Man loses his stick in the process of trying to gather it in, and Steamboat will possess on the errant pass that turns the ball over. Here comes Epstein. He's going to trot upfield. Epstein, quick little pass there, a little bit too low for Jacob Gilbertson. Now it's going to be scooped up by Cheyenne Mtn once again, and I think a man may have stepped on the sideline potentially. Steamboat possesses once again. 5 minutes and change remaining here in the third quarter of play. Sailors down 13-1. Worked up top. Here is McCray Dillingham. Dillingham passes near side, finds Hanaway. John Hanaway into X. Will Eck waiting for it there. Looking to come out front, doesn't have a lane. Passes to Gilbertson. Gilbertson now trots to the top of the box, fakes a shot, ducks around a defender. Gilbertson, the lone goal scorer here for the Sailors, gives it off to McCray Dillingham, now to Eck. Tight angle shot, Will Eck rips one home. Wow. What a shot from Will Eck, and that means that the clock will stop again. So it's 13-2 now. Yeah. Will Eck, though, ripped one top cheddar. Pretty sharp looking shot. 4.5 minutes to go in this third quarter of play. Still 11 goals between the two teams. Cheyenne Mtn bringing out face-off man, a new guy. That's Vincent Dingbaum. There's a name for you. Dingbaum. I like that. Here's Kemper's near side. Didn't see who was going in. I think it's Dillingham.
Okay, yeah.
Dingbaum pushes it forward. He's going to try and run down this ball. He does so. Blasted by McAtee. Nice hit there. Ball comes free. Sailors had it for a moment, then lost it again. Here comes Cheyenne Mtn once more. John Hanaway trying to press up against Lacert, but Lacert getting free. He comes into another shooting lane, rips one upstairs, and once again we're on the run clock. 14-2 as Lacert now has 2 of the last 3 goals here for the Cheyenne Mtn team, and showing off that he is not just a man that passes the ball around, he can score himself as well. And so the clock will run after the face-off. 14-2 the score. Kind of tough when you have that, you have a chance at a loose ball on the ground and can't scoop it up defensively. Turns into another goal. I'd say that exasperated sigh says about all I can say. I mean, I try to keep talking, but man, that's about where I'm at. 4:12 left in the game. Sailors once more face off here. Dillingham in there for Steamboat.
Can't come up with possession. Taken instead by Cheyenne Mountain. This time it's Dino Johnson who's been taking the majority of those draws. We'll just pass this one off and go for a quick change for the Indians. The clock runs down now to 4 minutes. Ball is on the ground once more. Battled for and scooped up by Dillingham. Nice job there on the loose ball. McRae trying to take this upfield. Harass, but able to get the stick away, or the pass away, pardon, to Kempers. Kempers goes down. And we will have another flag. So possibly two-man up opportunity here for the Sailors. A pair of flags from that far official. I think we are going to see two players from Cheyenne Mountain head to the box on this one. However, there's a third flag on the near side. I think that might have just been the same. Wow, there's two flags on the near side too. All right, so maybe the officials are just confident in their calls and they both have the same ones. It's always reassuring when you're wearing stripes. Know that your other man's seeing the same thing. 3:40 to go here. Don't know why they stopped the clock on that one. 14-2 the score. There, see?
Cheyenne Mountain penalties. 1 minute
So.
slashing, 30 seconds for push.
There's a push. That's a 30-second call and a slash for a minute. Two-man advantage for the Steamboat Sailors. We'll see if they can connect. Here's Lynch. Goes down to Hofer. GLE near side. Into X now. And Steamboat has Willek with the ball. Passing far side to Gilbertson. Up top now to Dillingham. Along further to Doyne. Near side to Lynch. Lynch around the horn completely to Ben Hofer as all six have touched the ball now. To Willek once again now to Gilbertson. Or sorry, that's Dillingham. Rips a shot upstairs. McRae Dillingham. To the absolute elation of Jeff, his dad, up here in the press box. I know he's trying to contain himself. That's what you get.
Dillingham
Scores on a two-man advantage. The man had just released, the first man had just released for Cheyenne Mountain. Penalties are now wiped clean, and we've got ourselves a 14-3 game. I'm a proponent of Steamboat coming back in this one, but they're flirting with that run clock, and now it's, I mean, it's one of those kind of, quirky times in terms of Loudon and what he's rooting for.
Thank you very much.
So, Sailors will have another big face-off here. Dillingham trying to win one, and needing a little bit of help from the wingers. Ball's loose, scooped up for a moment by Cheyenne Mountain, then we've got ourselves a loose ball push. Steamboat will possess once again as Epstein and Yonka race off the field on the far side. So, Steamboat works it in. Ben Hofer. That's over far side to Will Eck, and Eck will just trot to GLE. Passes up to Gilbertson. Gilbertson to the top of the box. Jackson Lynch waits for it there. Gets it near side to Dillingham. Dillingham trying to call for some movement off the ball, pardon. Works it down to Hofer. You score a goal, you get some confidence. I like that. Here comes Hofer from X. Far side now to Jacob Gilbertson. Gilbertson slings one up top to Lynch. Now along to Reese Morgan. Morgan fakes one back to Lynch. Now he goes that way. Jackson Lynch, far side, top of the box. Tries to make a move around a defender. Breaks an ankle there. Didn't get the return feed. Here's Hofer, near side. 1:47 to go in the quarter. Ben Hofer trying to elude the pressure of the long pull D-man that was Carver Ward. Ball to the top of the box again, Will Eck. Near side to Reese Morgan. Morgan goes down to Jackson Lynch, looking for options. Fires one to Eck, in and out of his pocket. Eck fighting for the loose ball. Scooped at by Cheyenne Mountain, eventually picked up, and we've got ourselves another possession for Steamboat. Was that a loose ball push?
Yeah, looked like it.
So Steamboat takes it once more with just 75 seconds remaining here in the third quarter of play, down 14-3. Here's Gilbertson, doesn't like the shooting lane. Passes near side now to Jackson Lynch. Lynch pressure, but he's going to get it down low to Ben Hofer, who's waiting in X. Hofer now, far side. Finds Eck up top to Morgan, near side to Gilbertson. Sailors have worked around the perimeter pretty well in this one, as players cycling in and out of their different slots. Reese Morgan gathers this in, passes off. It's eventually Gilbertson, top of the box. He lets one fly. That one chased down by Steamboat. 35 seconds on the clock. Now it's going to be worked Will Eck will take this one for Steamboat. 14-3 the score. Ball worked upfield by Cheyenne Mountain as they were able to scoop up a loose ball, and after getting in the passing lane, worked low, and a pass to Eastburn is going to go in and out of his pocket and eventually come to the near sideline. Kept alive. Frank Becker there, though, for the Steamboat Sailors. Scoops one up and feeds one upfield, but that'll do it. Third quarter's in the books. We'll step back to the studio for a moment and be back with the fourth and final frame after this. This is your Sailor Sports Connection, KTYV 105.7. We're online as well at steamboatradio.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, fourth quarter.
I don't mean to be mean on that, but like don't let him, never let him. But from our standpoint, like get one more, and then like
Yeah. I wouldn't say both though. The running clock would be good. I don't know why these guys do that. They've got the potential to play so well.
You know what I say? It's become a verb. They steamboat it.
Yeah.
As a running joke in our office. I mean, not to be mean, like we obviously are like the biggest supporters of Sailors athletics, but man, like the boys basketball thing. I said in one of our meetings, I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna steamboat it, man. It's like some mentality of being up there. There's some kids that like have the fire, but more often than not, there's like this default setting to just like complacency. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's even like, being that you're a parent, I'm going to say it, but I don't think it's even parenting. I think it's just like being up there and like growing up in Steamboat. It's like this attitude that
It may be.
it's crazy.
Well, what do we do? What do we hold them to? 3 that quarter? 4 that quarter? Yeah. I think that was our best quarter, actually.
Yeah, man, we only lost 4-2 in that one. Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, here on KTYV 105.7. We're online as well as steamboatradio.com. Sailors, boys lacrosse here from Cheyenne Mountain High School. Steamboat down 14-3 after the first 36 minutes have come and gone. We'll see what the final 12 has in store for your Steamboat Sailors. At this point, from the Sailors' perspective, you want to just try and make sure that you set yourself up for, I don't know about that flag. That's a pretty weak call. You want to set yourself up for confidence moving forward, not only into tomorrow's game against Air Academy, but also when you are possibly going to see these guys again later on if you go on a deep run in the playoffs. So, dirty laundry on the field here. Flag, a whistle, and a stopped clock. 11:38 left, 14-3 the score. One more unanswered from Cheyenne Mountain puts it back into that run clock range.
Illegal push.
Looks like an illegal push. That will be a 30-second call against Kaminsky. So, restart whistle, and here's Cheyenne Mountain. Micah passing one off to Lacert. He's on the verge of a hat trick with 2 in that third quarter of play alone. Micah near side now. Some of the depth players coming off the bench. Mitchell Lewis getting some time here for Cheyenne Mountain. It's going to be picked up by Lacert, far side. Works one low, man up chance for Cheyenne Mountain. And a nice job there. And a stick check from Logan McAtee. Then he's running towards the end line. Tries to scoop one, keeping it alive in play and on the ground, but taken back again by Eastburn for Cheyenne Mountain. Comes near side, finding Mitchell. And he's eventually Mitchell Lewis, that is. Going to pass up to Micah. To Lacert. Rips one just wide. Trying to chase that down for Steamboat was Michael Henry, but he wasn't able to quite get there in time. Sailors are back to full strength here, and it looks as though they're going to say that I don't know what they're saying. Steamboat will possess here. Maybe the refs felt bad for him. I'm just joking. That was not the case. I don't know what that was, though. Errant pass, however, from Hovey, a little short of Gilbertson. Comes the other direction. A chance for Cheyenne Mountain. Nice passing. Worked low. Tucked upstairs. Eastburn. Tucked that one home for... Or sorry, that was Burkett. Who tucks that one home for Cheyenne Mountain. And you can see some of the blood boiling over for your Steamboat Sailors. So Burkett gets his 4th goal of the game there. 10:37 left, 15-3 the score. Off the face-off, we'll have run time. Great Dillingham in there for Steamboat with Epstein on the near side. And it looks as though we have Jackson Foote playing on the far side of the field there. So the Zebras once again coming together here to discuss if there was potentially anything more than just the goal. There was a hit. I believe that's what their point of discussion would be. I can't imagine anything else unless they're figuring out what they're getting for dinner after as well. Which is feasible. I mean, come on, we're all getting hungry. 15-3 score, though. Win on this face-off, Dillingham. Trying to win it, and loose ball. Eventually going to lead to Foote getting tangled up with a Cheyenne Mountain player. Steamboat takes this. Epstein running upfield, but looks as though they're going to have a loose ball push there against Foote, and so it will be a Cheyenne Mountain ball. Indians will take this one upfield. Cheyenne Mountain with a chance. Pass into the slot. Shot. Not going to go. May have hit a defender. However, it's chased down by Cheyenne Mountain. 10 minutes on the clock now and continuing to tick down with a 15-3 lead for the Indians wearing their white home uniforms, maroon number and trim. Here's Micah making a little bit of a run, challenged by Foote, and the Sailors can't come up with possession, trying to push out a little bit as well, but they've really been playing a lot more defense here in this 3rd and 4th quarter. A lot of time spent in their own end. Micah had to go out of his pocket as he was trying to tuck it home. It's going to be scooped up by Colombo, who's going to try and make a run. Cameron Colombo loses the ball, now puts it forward and finds Gilbertson. Little hockey pass there. Here comes Jacob Gilbertson. Fakes a pass, jump shot, and a goal. Jacob Gilbertson tucks one home. His 2nd.
Run clock, stop clock.
And here we are, yeah. Run clock, stop clock, just like he said. Gilbertson gets his 2nd of the game. 15-4 the score now. 9:14 left. We've got a 11-point spread. The Sailors have been flirting with that line this whole really since the 3rd quarter. Kemper's near side. Looks like it's going to be Ezra Moyer on the far. Dillingham in to take the draw for Steamboat. And it's once more to the turf. Battle ensues. Player trying to pick it up. Good body positioning there from Colby Erdesy. That is not Erdesy. That is Dino Johnson. I thought it was a 14 again. Sometimes I just can't read very well. Worked in by Burkett through X. Burkett looking and deciding on the far side, and Eastburn is his best option. Worked around the horn. Now it's taken by Lacerte. He worked up to the top of the box, middle of the field. Inside. Nice job there. A little bit of a dragging of the stick from Moyer, who was trying to keep his stick in the passing lane. He ended up knocking it down, but Cheyenne Mountain picks it right back up, and here once again come the Indians. 8:23 left and ticking down. 15-4. Your score with Gilbertson having 2 for Steamboat. The other goal scorers for your set. Here's another one from Cheyenne Mountain falling down. That was Vance Morady who got another goal. I think that's his 2nd of the day. Looking back, it is indeed. 16-4 the score as Morady tucks home his 2nd. But as I was saying, Gilbertson has 2. The Sailors got another one from Will Eck and McCrae Dillingham. Those are your 3 goal scorers, totaling 4 goals for Steamboat. Not quite enough in the lacrosse game, especially when you're playing against Cheyenne Mountain, a very strong opponent. 8:12 left, 16-4 the score, and here we are again, right? Face off and run time. Epstein near side. It looks like it's the physique of a Matt Kemper's possibly out there on the draw. It's help from Kaminsky, shoveling around, eventually picked up by Lowen Epstein. He's going to lose the ball. Stick checked away from him. Scooped up now by the boys in white. Here come the Indians. Cheyenne Mtn trying to progress this one. And again, your Sailors settling into a defensive set here as they have been on their heels for the better part of third and fourth quarter play. Most of that second as well. Looks as though we've got ourselves a timeout taken by Cheyenne Mtn. We'll step away. I'll be back with more. This is your Steamboat Sailor Sports Connection, KTYV 105.7. We're online as well at steamboatradio.com.
Becomes hard to call some of these guys to do.
Brutal.
Brutal. Yeah, I can see what you mean. It's a lot easier to call it when it's some action going and something happening. But
either way, like even that, you know, I mean, when you're up like this, it's no easier. It's a little more fun because you're like, all right, there's another one, but like, it's just as difficult right now because you're like, well, it's 16-4. It's not like anything's in question right now.
Number 2, Jack Page. 3, Griffin Meyer. 4, White Damon. 5, Justin Nix. 6, Keithburn. 7, Ben Skeets. 10, James III. 11, Noah Sanders. 12, Jackson.
how many of their boys have a hat trick?
How many?
There's 4 or 5 of them, isn't there?
14, Colby Ernesty. 15, Trevor Whiskey. 16, Liam Hill.
3.
3 of them was on?
17, Mitch Lewis. 18, Victor B-Bomb. 19, Dino Johnson. 20, Hunter Elwell.
We'll give our sponsors a little bit more love. We'll give them an extra 30 seconds.
23, Sawyer Haas. 24, Vance Moretti. 25, Aiden Hill. 27, Scott Sullivan. 30, Kyle Elgott. And 33, Fraser Crazy. Goal number 27, Scott Sullivan with an assist. Number 6, Ike Keithburn. Also like to do a shout out to varsity coach Mike Page, his assistant John Battersby.
While we were away, another goal for Cheyenne Mtn. It was a strike from Scott Sullivan immediately after the restart whistle. He got the feed in the high slot, ripped one over Hovey. And just like that, the Cheyenne Mtn Indians have a 17-4 lead over your Steamboat Sailors. Now, I mean, that buffers them, right?
There we are.
So we've got 6:55 and ticking down left in this game. Cheyenne Mtn scooping this one forward. They've got a chance to possess. However, it's overran and now taken by Steamboat. Hovey's going to scoop it up. Gets it up to Matt Kempers. Kempers is going to toss one in, finding the stick of Henninger. Down low to Gilbertson. Gilbertson takes this from the near side. He's got a chance at a hat trick.
Here from Fort Carson, courtesy West.
So now up to the better shooting lane. Rips one, hits off a defender. Comes to the near side, picked up by a Cheyenne Mtn player. They'll work it back. That one needs Zwicky. Pass comes near side. Micah very nearly able to straddle the line and keep it alive, but it is deemed that that one went out of bounds, and so inbound play from the Steamboat Sailors. Pass in and out of the pocket there of Steamboat Spencer Schlegel. Schlegel gets it right back though for the Sailors. And now it's going to be a flag. It looks as though we've got ourselves a offsides call. Here comes Gilbertson trying to make a way in. Pass over the head there of Quinn Keefe. And you can see that there's somewhat of a defeated nature inside of this game. The head that looks to the sky after a pass like that. I mean, that's kind of just a telltale sign of a team that's getting beat 17-4. I guess.
State champion team.
This is a high caliber Cheyenne Mtn squad. You know what you have to contend with if you want to make a deep run and possibly win a state title, though. These are teams that you need to beat.
Yep.
Off the restart whistle, man up play for your Steamboat Sailors. Worked by Lynch to Tyler Doyne. Doyne fakes a pass near side to Dillingham. Gives it back instead to Lynch. Down now to Hofer. Passes back out to Jackson Lynch near side to Dillingham. In and out of his pocket. He gets it into Will Eck. Now to Dillingham once again. Dillingham shedding a defender, gets a pass off to Tyler Doling. Far side to Jackson Lynch. Lynch now doesn't like a shooting lane, gives it instead to Hofer, far side GLE. Man releases from the box for the Cheyenne Mountain squad. We're at full strength, and there it is. Man just intercepted it, and you got to have a heads-up play there if you're the Sailors. I think they just didn't realize the man had come out, and chance at the other end, tucked home, and there's another goal. This one is scored by Ike Eastburn, who makes it 18-4. That is Eastburn's fourth of the game as well. Pair of players with 4 goals on the evening. 4 minutes and ticking down now. Sailors down 18-4 here on KTYV 105.7. Online as well at steamboatradio.com. Wanamaker Yampa Valley Bank, Alpine Lumber, The Corner Slice, Mountain View Car Wash, Russell's Auto Salon, Steamboat Ace Hardware, UC Health at Yampa Valley Medical Center, Chris Puckett at the downtown Edward Jones office, Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals, and Mountain Mattress and Furniture, all proud supporters of Sailors Athletics here on 105.7. Ball is down, battled for by Steamboat, and eventually it's going to be scooped up by Cheyenne Mountain. We'll pass one down low to Mitchell Lewis at GLE, into X now. Finds the stick of Justin Nix. Cheyenne Mountain getting some of their depth guys time. You can hear the resounding applause of those who have made their way out for this game. 3 minutes, 5 seconds remaining, and at 18-4 the score. Worked around the perimeter by Cheyenne Mountain. They get it into X once again. It's Nix who takes it there, fires it up top of the box. Micah lost it, regathers. And from the looks of it, Micah is a member of the all-hair team. Worked in, Micah on a give and go, shoots and scores. Cole Micah striking to make it 19-4. And as I go up this long list, that's his first goal of the day for Cole Micah. 2.5 minutes left in the game. You can see that Cheyenne Mountain is a team that will be once again contending for a state championship because it is a strong squad. They're big. They don't really have any weaknesses. They've inserted their second string goalie as well, Bridger Frazee. He's a senior. Tough to be behind the likes of Liam Hibble, who's just a junior but such a strong goalie. Frazee probably doesn't get a whole lot of time except in these late stages of games that are already, out of hand. 19-4 the score. I'm running out of room to put down any more goals. $1:52 left though in the game. Cheyenne Mountain working it near side. Mitchell Lewis will take it in, finds Nix. Waiting at X. Nix contended against by Colombo. Good defensive pressure there from Colombo, but Nix able to get it away. Work to the top of the box, far side. Vance Moridi has it. Moridi comes to the near side of field of play now. And Cheyenne Mountain just killing clock here. 84 seconds remaining. Indians will take this, firing it to Nix. Nix with a pass. Got it slowed up by Colombo, but it was eventually still picked up by Burkett. Burkett has 4 goals this evening.
Ben Skeets making the transition.
Around now, and Ben Skeets will have this. 1 minute left in the game. Pass comes down low to Nix. Nix just backpedals away from the pressure of Colombo. Now he turns forward. Colombo loses his footing. Nix trying to take advantage of it. He gets shoved down by Colombo. Flag flies. Cross check coming. And we will have a penalty, but for now, Cheyenne Mountain will take this, and they could just, in theory, kill this one off with 38 seconds remaining.
Please.
And my thoughts exactly. Indians will take it to the near side, up towards the midfield line. Challenged by Kaminsky. Ran away from by Mr. Vance Moridi, and Moridi will just kill some more clock, waiting for Kaminsky to get up there and press him. 17 seconds on the clock, and I think that the Sailors are aware that they don't need to really force an issue here, and it's not as if that's going to make a change on the outcome of this one. 19-4. Worked around, and this will bring us to the horn. Game's over here from Cheyenne Mountain. Indians win it in emphatic fashion, 19-4 the final. Thanks for tuning in. We'll have Steamboat Sailors Boys Lacrosse tomorrow morning as well. 11 o'clock game against Air Academy. It'll be right here on your Sailor Sports Connection, KTYV 105.7. We're online as well at steamboatradio.com.
All right, boys, good job.
Need help turn anything down?
Nope, I got it. We'll see you in the morning.
I think we're headed for where, Jack? McHugh?
Oh yeah, that the Irish pub.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see you there.
Cheyenne Mountain. Thank each and every one of you for coming out and supporting tonight's game. Students, we know there's other places you can be, doing homework, studying. They thank you for supporting on a Friday evening. Steamboat Springs, parents who made a trip down from the mountains, thank you for coming down to support your team. Steamboat players, thanks for the years of rivalry and fun times. We wish everyone to have a safe drive home. A note from your principal. Study hard, stay in school, make good decisions. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tonight's Cheyenne Mountain versus Steamboat Springs men's lacrosse game. Drive safely.
Push the button until it turns red. Now I got this fixed. Just a second. I got it fixed. You can talk.
Thank
you for coming in. Go Cheyenne!
All right. Next week we're going to meet you. Good job.
Yeah.
You ready to go there?
Just cover that. Nice. Like the haircut.
Let me look like a stud.
You have to put some product in it, bud.
Okay. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help us welcome the 2018 and defending Colorado men's lacrosse state champions, Cheyenne Mountain.
That's like a full tire.
Yeah.
All right, then I'll see you at home. Okay?
All right, love you.
Weinstein, cortisone, that's all you need.